has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation. And a quick look here at DA, it's all yours.
Well, small ball has become
point forwards and big guards in demand. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. We've got great athletes tonight, Brent. Much of this game we think will be above the rim.
This is going to be fantastic. I hope we get out into some fast breaks where these guys have an opportunity to get their feet together, rise up, and get the fan. Not only them getting up, Kevin, but the fans getting up out of their seats.
You'll be getting up.
You standing up. You for sure will be up.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. This is out there with Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2 guard. Here's Leonard. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I love the patience, the tactical mindset of Leonard. He's so good at picking his spots, especially on the pick and roll.
Outside, Porter. The pass to Craig. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. That shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
The second unit came in last game and just played lights out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
Here's Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. Murray, no good.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Leonard, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here's George. Denver grabs the miss. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. Here's Craig, defended by Beverley, and Millsap is it in.
And Millsap really getting up for that one. Love the aggressiveness.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Beverley, and they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That's good from Beverley. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
George passes to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Outside George. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. On the wing, George. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Murray against Beverley. Murray surveying the D. He is hauled in by Beverley.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Beverley against Murray. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Millsap left side. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Craig. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They come in fresh off the win against the Warriors.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked. But the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building not in a good mood.
Outside Millsap. Kicks to Murray. Back to Millsap. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
Both free throws good for Millsap.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Now Zubac still looking for his first bucket in this one. A 3 from Leonard. They need this one. And the dunk by Zubac.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
And some deep range shown there by Murray. When the D leaves him alone from there, it's pretty much going in.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Leonard against Porter. Leonard, no luck.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Murray with it. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. That's tipped. Here's Craig, covered by Morris. Craig can't get it to go. The Clippers in the lead. Leonard, the pass to Morris. Tries again, and the layup is good.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Pass to Craig. Passes it to Jokic. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
George up top.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Millsap kicks to Jokic. Pass to Murray. Lets it fly. That's in. Coming off the assist from Jokic. That's 7 points for Jamal Murray.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Leonard looking around. uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Craig, defended by George. Craig passes to Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Smart play on the pick and roll, which opens up some room for the easy basket for Millsap.
Murray against Beverly. He kicks it to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim for that finish.
And the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. That one a little long.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game. Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
First free throw is good. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought two ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yes. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys, and it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball, Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game. Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
To the paint. Here's Morris. Zubac trying to break loose. Morris, no good. Outside, Porter. Pass to Jokic. Outside, Millsap. And another miss by Denver.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Leonard with the bucket.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. 8-point game. Millsap against Beverly. Millsap kicks to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at the Clippers. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, the Nuggets, they're just sitting one spot down right on their heels.
You know, for Los Angeles, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
And once the playoffs do arrive, they won't be intimidated. Got underdogs early on, but during the course of the regular season, they've proven they can handle any situation and any opponent, no matter how tough.
Clippers leading by 8. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Goes up on the block. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Paul George getting after it. They're helping out the teammate to try to secure one a second time.
Passes it to Millsap. They need this. A up again. Jokic on the follow.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
George passes to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Here's Jokic. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Jokic has got 6.
Mid-range game as Jokic spotted himself up and drilled that one.
Now here's Beverly. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Beverly's got his second basket of the game.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Leonard attacking. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
So it's the Clippers now. 10-point lead. Beverly.
Hustle play from Millsap as the shot was going up, not making that one easy.
Oh, and he got it!
Did that beat the buzzer, Kevin?
Yes!
Wow.
Yes!
Wow, what a shot. And listen to this place explode.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
The Nuggets trail by 7.
And the Nuggets franchise still looking for their first trip to the NBA Finals.
How about the franchise making the ABA Finals back in 1976? So it's been quite elusive here in the mountains to get the finals back to Denver. 40 years ago, still looking for that trip.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. And it's Jermichael Green. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position.
Jokic in body control. Hey, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
Here's Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Fires from 18. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the middle. And Jokic slams it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
And here's Beverly. 5 points in the game. Here's Leonard, and he makes the 8-footer. Leonard's got 18 points in the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Stolen by Beverly. Outside, George. 5 on the clock.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
The Clippers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And he makes the first.
With Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring, you get good playmaking and rebounding, you get a defender with active hands. There's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Dozier's checked in, and George drops them both. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. They trail by 9 points. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Dozier. 6 on the shot clock. Inside, here's Jokic. And it's Shamet with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 9. Williams finds Morris. Good work there as it goes.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own accord for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as the head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do with fast break.
All right, David, a welcome change. Thank you. From 17 feet out, they grab their own miss. That's tipped. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Morris passes to Grant. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Grant at 6'9", using that length right there. A nice soft touch in close to the rim.
There's the pass to Morris. Right side, Leonard. Now, Shamet. He's coming off a 10-point game against Golden State.
He's passing another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Here's Dozier. Pass to Morris. To the inside. Grant kicks to Jokic. Leonard with the steal. Here's Shamet. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Shamet's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
Morris outside. Passes it to Jokic. That one, no good. Great D that time from Green. Williams for 3. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Dozier, guarded by Green. Dozier can't get it to go.
That's a tough finish. Even from that range, he has a hard time against that kind of defense inside.
The Nuggets trail by 15. Craig passes to Grant. Denver passing it around. Wants to get it to Morris and does. Good on the bucket. Morris has got his first bucket in this one.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Shamet finds Green. Back to Shamet. Jacks up a three. Buries it from three-point range. Shamet's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Morris passes to Jokic. Now, here is Morris. Jokic with it. He's got 10. Over Williams. Jokic, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Williams kicks to Green. Outside Leonard. Leonard draws the double. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Plumlee, he's checked in for Denver. Jamal Murray comes in for Monte Morris. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. It's a 16-point game. Here's Dozier. Murray outside. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
That's a tricky little move there as Murray found a little bit of space and then got that floater off.
Leonard draws the double. Now, here is Morris. 9 points last game out, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Friday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Man, Jokic is making all kinds of plays here tonight. Very aggressive on the offensive end.
Shamet the pass to Williams. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Murray against Leonard. Murray the pass to Jokic. Plumlee trying to break loose. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 10 in the basket from Jokic.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Daniels is checked in. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Jackson comes in for Williams. Clippers leading by 10. You know, Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it. You really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Here is Daniels. He's covered by Shamet. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Jackson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Clippers lead by 10.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Down low, knocks it loose. And they're moving it up. 13 feet away. They get it again. Zubats scoring his third straight basket in 3 tries.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Leonard, the pass to Jackson. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
Murray finds Jokic. Here's Craig. Denver passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. Jokic passes to Murray. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Nikola Jokic. He's been dominant over the last month. He's putting up about 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. 6th in scoring, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And you noted it, his points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. Craig passes to Jokic. Kicks it to Murray. Back to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Leonard draws the double. From outside the arc. The shot, no good. And it's Denver the other way. To the left wing. Deep 2 from Murray. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the half. And here's Jackson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State. Fires from 14. Plumlee with the rebound.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Daniels from outside drills the three-pointer. Daniels has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. Clippers lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions about the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, what's your take?
They obviously came in wanting to push the action. And so far, so good. They're looking to get easy transition baskets because the other team is not getting back on defense.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
They played some solid team basketball, Ernie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit. And they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Now the Clippers moving it up. Murray against Beverly, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Well, as soon as the shot was released, Millsap gets off the floor quickly and blocks it.
Craig can't get it to go.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
George, no good. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Murray. Another shot. And it's Jokic missing.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Baseline J on the way, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
You're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free. And you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there. 1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. The offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
And not just a score, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Leonard against Porter. Leonard attacking. The shot will not fall. Good defense by Jokic. Porter against George. Here's Craig. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And that one misses. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. I like to see them getting after a little bit.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to town. They'll start a 3-game homestand with that game. Now, Zubac. 6 points for him. Outside, George. Pocket 6. From deep 3-point range, it's hauled in by the Nuggets. Murray outside. Outside, Porter. Pass to Jokic. To the paint for the lead. Second chance shot. Millsap trying to get open. Craig can't get it to go. Clippers have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. The pass to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Morris outside. And he gets the bucket. Morris has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And working the painted area, Morris with just enough size and quickness to finish the play, even with a hand in his face.
And Jokic throws it down.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and a flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now, flow.
And the Clippers call time here.
Talk about players who are X factors for their team, and for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray is one of those guys. He is a guy that once he gets going, feels like the team can become unbeatable.
Monte Morris is checked in for the Nuggets. Lou Williams is checked in for the Clippers. Nuggets on D. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. To the middle. No good that time. Nice D from Porter. Denver's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Millsap misses.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time. Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition and no one's on you, great shot there.
Jokic with it, working on Zubac. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. On the wing, Morris. A three-pointer off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Porter. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Clippers in the lead. Everly with the ball. 8 points for him. And it's sent back by Jokic. Porter in the corner. Murray outside. Back to Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
I like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
It's George on the wing. He's covered by Murray. Inside, and the dunk by Zubac.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
For Denver, they've gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Porter in the corner. Over George. Denver the rebound. Jokic lays it up and banks it in. Jokic has got the lead up to 1 now for Denver.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Here's George. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Millsap at the elbow. George against Murray. And Morris comes over to help. Murray kicks to Jokic. Oh, good with the triple.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Here's Morris. Here's Millsap. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
The D cannot allow Millsap to get that deep inside the paint. He's just too good in there.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
The first one falls.
Well, Paul Millsap continues to work hard and continues to be an example of hard work paying off.
Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. And so Paul Millsap nails both of them. Clippers trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Morris. Back to George. Now the pass to Green. Shot clock at 5. Now Morris on deep. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Morris kicks to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Jackson against Millsap. Jackson passes to Morris. And the Clippers miss again. The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Murray. 9 points in the game so far. The offensive rebound. At the elbow, Williams.
And let's see some numbers here on Jamal Murray. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. He's averaging about 19 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when a star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial six-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
And both free throws good for Lou Williams.
Lou Williams, and that wisdom gives a boost to the confidence of the entire team, someone the younger guys look up to.
Morris right side. And it falls over the rim and in. Morris has got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the layup.
He's so good at driving to the rim. Even though he's a little bit older, Williams still with great speed, change of pace, and picks the right angle.
And it's Murray with the jam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's George. Morris trying to free himself up. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. That one on Porter. For Los Angeles, they have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Find the lane. Find the lane. What's up?
And it's tied up with that one. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. On the wing, Morris. Guarded by Jackson. And Morris comes over to help. Murray dishes to Millsap. And the wide open shot from Morris. Morris with the rebound. LA's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. It's George on the wing. Millsap against Williams. Back to George for the lead. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Wide open look here for Murray. It's good from long range. Murray's got 5 points now this quarter.
Trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
Pass to Morris. Back to Jackson. Passes to Morris. That shot misses. And the Nuggets going the other way.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
And shots like this are why people are just so high on Porter. Has such a quick release on that jumper.
George looking around. Count it. Good. George has got 13.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Morris. That one drops for him. Morris has got the lead back up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
Well, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Now, here is Morris. 7 points in the game. Outside Williams. And here's Green outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Nikola Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. His performance that quarter has earned him a double-double. Seems like he's been everywhere in this game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Clippers trail by 5, and the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Jermichael Green is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Here's Jokic. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Jokic has got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Outside Leonard. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Bull. Excellent D there from George.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
13 feet away. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Love the floor spacing with this offense because Jokic at the center can move the ball just about anywhere you want. And now he's attacking the paint.
Outside Leonard. Bull with it. George picks him up. In the corner, Murray with it. A 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Jackson against Porter. Left side Jackson. Headshot off. And the Nuggets going the other way. On the wing, Porter. Covered by Morris. Daniels passes to Jokic. Back to Daniels. To the inside. And Jokic throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Los Angeles calls timeout. One of the stories here, Nikola Jokic getting it done today.
But the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Jermichael Green, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. You don't have to make up the deficit all at once. See if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
So good, so experienced, Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Down low, here's Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Outside Leonard. Over Bull. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Leonard.
Leonard did a good job to take a picture there, recognizing what was going on, read the defense, and then finds a soft spot in the mid-range.
In the corner, Bull with it. Kept alive. Murray outside. Over to the left wing. And Bull wide open. He shoots, releases from the wing, and drills it. Bulls got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Outside, George. Outside, Leonard. He kicks it to Beverly. Dishes it to Morris. Porter with a block. All sorts of time, and it's Bull that time on the assist by Daniels. Bull's got 4 points this quarter. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers, trailing by 13. It's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Grant, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. And George kicks to Leonard. Back to George. There's the dish to Leonard. 6 to shoot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
He's one of the most uniquely built players in the NBA, and Kawhi Leonard draws contact often. I'm not sure he feels it, but he gets it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Hits them both.
When he came into the NBA, Kawhi Leonard wasn't the most refined player, but something in Spurs management and with the work of the coaching staff, they found a superstar.
And here's Daniels. He dishes it to Grant. Porter passes to Bull. Three-pointer, Daniels. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 11 rebounds in the game. That one falls. George has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Goes up on the wing. And Bull pulls it down. Denver leading by 11. Porter with it. Leonard picks him up. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Let this be a reminder, when you're going up for a shot, it's always important to know where Kawhi Leonard may be lurking.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Three-pointer, Daniels. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then toss it off with the thunder finish.
And there's the pass to Grant. Murray outside. Bull with it. Leonard's there. Bull can't hit. Outside Leonard. To the paint. Here's Zubats. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Pass to Bull. Porter kicks to Murray. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Bull, that's good.
Well, that's just sweet passing there from Murray, keeping his eyes open and finding the open man. Clippers
trail by 9. Beverly looking around to the middle. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. That one on Porter.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches?
No, can't be.
Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game.
Yeah.
Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. Quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that anymore.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic has checked in for Bull. Millsap comes in for Jeremy Grant, and it's Torrey Craig in for Troy Daniels. Leonard hits them both. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Outside Porter. Back to Murray. They double him with George. Here's Craig. He's covered by Leonard. Looking to get it going. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Clippers trail by 9. Passes it to Zubac. And the foul on Jamal Murray. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Morris finds Zubac. To Beverly, 5 to shoot. From deep 3-point range.
There's some length from Murray as a guard there as he helps out on defense and pesters the shooter.
Leonard against Porter. The pass to Craig. Pass to Jokic. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And that one, good.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there. One of his better qualities as a passing big.
Clippers trail by 11. Outside Leonard. Goes back up. And it's Zubac laying it in. Zubac has got 4 points this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Jokic passes to Murray, and the basket is good. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Beverly. No good that time. Good defense by Jokic. Here's Murray, and he banks in the layup. Murray's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets.
Murray right now just on a roll, scoring at will on the offensive end.
Beverly with the ball. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Porter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And there have been some to compare Porter to Kevin Durant. Really a fluid shooter who also possesses amazing athleticism.
Free throw good. Porter. GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got his 7th assist here tonight. Here's Murray. And he makes good on the layup. Murray's got 8 here in the quarter.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
George against Millsap. Pulls up, high post, and that one's good. George has got 13 points here in the second half alone. The Nuggets leading by 13. Now here's Murray. Inside. Poked loose. It's stolen by Morris. Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 21 in the game.
Paul George can be dangerous out in transition. Great job finishing there.
Murray against Beverly. Knocked loose. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
They've done very, very well in transition. The problems have come in other areas, which is why they're trailing.
Porter kicks to Craig. Back to Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Murray, no good. Clippers trail by 9. Outside Leonard. To the inside. Zubac, no good. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Here's Craig. He's covered by Leonard. Jokic against Zubac. This one for 3. He's off on that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. Leonard finds Beverly. And it's Denver with the rebound. And here's Jokic. So the Nuggets win it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some. And what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open. But some of the concepts have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy in, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
because they know if they have a lead, they have some guys that's going to extend the lead. If they're not playing well, they have guys that come off that help them. And the opposing team, they know when you're a 9 or 10 deep team and you're very, very talented.
And the Clippers starting five. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the small forward.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need them.
Now, here's Jokic. They get the rebound. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Leonard against Porter. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverley.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Connects from three-point range. Jokic has got 5 points so far.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here's Leonard. Over Porter, and again the Clippers good for two.
Attacking, trying to get good looks. Give Kawhi credit. He finds one.
Murray surveying the D. And it's Jokic in the corner. Misses off the right iron.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
2 points. That one goes.
A shot that Beverly's developed. Once you have the floater, you don't always have to get to the rim.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Mike Malone gave me a few minutes to catch up with him, and a lot of their focus is their strategy going up against Paul George, who is a threat from distance and at the rim. Can't take everything away, but surrendering long twos is probably the safest plan.
Thanks, David. And it's Leonard missing.
After 4 straight makes, couldn't quite get that one to go down. Still a terrific start.
Murray outside. To the paint. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And here's a look at some numbers for Morris. Clippers leading by 3. And here's Beverley. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Morris kicks to Beverley. Left side, Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Zubac. No good. Shot missing. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. Out to the wing. The pass to Craig. Here's Jokic, defended by George. Jokic against Morris. Tires from the corner. Here's Millsap. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
The big thing is that Millsap is attacking, trying to make plays for this team.
Outside Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. And it's the Clippers with the ball after the Nuggets pick up 2. And George, here we go. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Stolen by George. Here's Beverley. The shot's good on the assist by George. Beverley's got his second basket of the night.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
They get a hand on it. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Quick shot there, and it's off target. The Nuggets trail by 3. Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Craig can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 3. George finds Beverly. Back to George. Out to Morris. Fires the 3. Rebound by Murray. Nuggets have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Pass to Jokic. Can't hit that one. And the Clippers will come the other way.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Baseline try. No good off the front iron.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Craig. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Here's Murray. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Here's George. Craig pulls it in. Craig's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Murray dishes to Millsap. That one goes. Count it. Millsap's got his second bucket.
Shrugging off the contact, Millsap would not be denied.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
The mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
It was a terrific performance we got a chance to watch. They got into a nice rhythm and made smart adjustments along the way.
Checking out the stats for Jokic. Since the break, he's been simply stellar, putting up about 18 points per, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. From deep. Denver grabs the miss.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Passes it to Porter. Murray outside. Dishes to Millsap. Shoots over Zubac. Millsap misses. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. And it's 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Great rhythm on the catch and shoot. Kawhi showing us what's good.
Murray left side. It's hauled in by Beverly.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Yep, that one goes in there. Now it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Here's Craig. Paul George making his last shot. Now Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring. both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
Los Angeles leading by 5. To the middle, here's George, and George with the stuff.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Now here's Millsap. 20 points for him last game against Dallas.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
Here's Zubac following the score by Jamal Murray. Zubac the pass to Morris. Over Millsap. Offensive rebound. George. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Beverly against Murray. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
What's up? And the technical free throw is good. Many certain guys, due to their size or just playing style, are harder to officiate than others. I've always believed that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, back in my day, it was Shaq. How do you officiate him? Is he creating contact or he is absorbing contact? James Harden at a guard spot is one of those guys. Giannis, I also think, is one of those guys. And Russell Westbrook. Those are my guys I think that are playing right now.
They're just such different players, right? It's very difficult to officiate.
And they play through contact well.
Yes, good point.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Here's Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
No finesse that time. Millsap attacking the rim.
Los Angeles leading by 6. Leonard inside, guarded by Porter. Leonard, no luck. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Morris outside to the paint. Here's Jokic. Lays it up off the glass. And now it's just a 4-point Clipper lead.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Beverly's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Morris kicks to Craig. Outside, Porter trying to find Jokic, gets it to him, and Jokic slams it in.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And Morris comes over to help. Back to Beverly. Clippers moving the ball around. On the wing, Morris to the inside. And it's George finishing it off.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Now, here's Jokic. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Releases. Again, the Nuggets score.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's George. He's tightly guarded. Fires top of the key. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 6. And so it's Los Angeles with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
The Nuggets trail by 6. In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Green, then it's Williams. And it's George in at the 2. Jokic draws the double. 2 on the clock. Dozier can't get it to go.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
It's the kind of shot that gives hero ball a bad name and causes your coach to consider another line of work.
And the shot goes down.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Williams with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And that one, good. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Morris looking over the floor. Kicks it to Porter. Pass to Jokic. Clock at 6. Inside, Morris. That shot off the mark. George with the defensive effort. On the wing, Williams. Over Morris. The shot by Williams, no good. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 6. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And so here's Denver. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Grant, that's good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
Now, here is Morris. 9-point game his last outing. From deep three-point range, Williams can't hit. The Nuggets have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set. And you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you begin to compromise spacing.
Morris passes to Jokic. Back to Morris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Nuggets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good for Morris. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting threes.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the three. Work on your game and what's best for you.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Williams against Morris. pass to George, and George with the stop.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now, here is Morris. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And he can't bank that one in. Down low, here's George. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Bol, he's checked in for Porter. And some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for the Clippers.
And their guards are taking on the majority of the passing and assisting for the team. Just as you might expect, the bigs doing their part by getting to good spots inside and making themselves available.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 11. Jokic draws the double. The pass to Dozier. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Their next game playing at home is the Nets coming to town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Basket good. Morris with the ball. Pass to Dozier. Now, here's Bol. Here's Jokic. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Williams looking around. Green kicks to Williams. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. But they'll get another chance. Shamet the pass to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Morris with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. Morris, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Nuggets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. Steve, we've heard Commissioner Adam Silver broach the idea of a mid-season tournament. How that would be structured, I don't know. But do you think that could possibly work?
I think it's a possibility, Kevin. One, I think you definitely have to have the season shortened to 75 games, 68 games. I think you have to do it on the back end of the All-Star break because we know so much as far as the calendar. When can you fit this in? Maybe 3 or 4 days after the All-Star game during that week. Expand that time off of maybe 3 or 4 days. It's possible.
And here is Los Angeles now. Clippers leading by 4. Pass to Green. Grant against Morris. Now, here's Shannon. Not a lot of room. 5 on the clock. Launches it. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And here is Morris. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Williams against Morris. It's Williams with the drive, and the shot goes in. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
The thing about Lou Williams, he sort of glides around, then suddenly he hits the turbojets.
Here's Dozier, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
Pass to Green. Here's Shamet. Outside, George. Beyond the arc. They get it back. Shamet off target at the rim. The Nuggets trail. Here's Bowl. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Grant dishes to Morris. A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Williams against Morris. Williams passes to Green. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. The 3, and Williams gets it to go on the assist from Green. That's 7 points for Lou Williams.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Here's Jokic. That one wide left.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Outside, George over Bull. George, no good.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Offensive rebound. It's deflected. To the paint. Williams gets the bucket. Now it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
Good interior defense. But Lou Williams not to be intimidated, not to be denied.
And Jokic slings it in.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And the Clippers call time here. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Great scoring output from that second unit. Such a luxury to have that extra ammunition.
Jackson, he's checked in for Lou Williams. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. Fifth, the Clippers.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
Jackson against Morris. Out to Morris. Three-pointer. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And the Clippers lead by 6. And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good for Millsap. Steve, compare it now to when you were playing. Did teams go deeper into their benches than they used to?
Yeah, they do. I think because of this load management, resting players. So you see a lot of guys play a lot. And also what they've done right now with the G League, being able to bring guys up. They use those guys, and I think it helps a lot, even not on games, but in practice. You'll see more guys are involved in giving guys rest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And the pass to Green. Here's Jackson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And with Reggie Jackson at the point, you're going to get more of a score than a playmaker.
And that's okay, as long as you plan for that with your assistant. Reggie Jackson is great at creating for himself, but you like to see him do a little bit more to set up the rest of his team.
Good from Jackson.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Leonard, he's checked in for George, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Landry Shamet. Jackson hits both of them.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Morris passes to Millsap. Back to Morris. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Morris has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And they call an illegal screen here.
A moment here to see some numbers for Murray. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's averaging 19 points per game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
The Nuggets have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
One shot.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
The Clippers in the lead. Jackson finds Leonard. Fires for 3. Drops in the tray. Leonard's got 13.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Jackson comes over with the double. Pass to Jokic. Murray outside. Just 5 to shoot. Over Green. Here's Millsap. Jokic trying to free himself up. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Green deciding where to go with it. Outside Jackson takes a 3. Nikola Jokic grabs the net. Jokic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Murray dishes to Morris. Here's Craig. Outside Millsap. Deep 2 from Murray. Here's Craig.
An all-defensive first-teamer. Beverly once again getting up into his man and locking him down.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Clippers on top. They lead by a bucket. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them, too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we're making right now.
We'll see who can get some stops, Kawhi. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 18 points, 2 steals, and 4 assists. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they made a concerted effort to get out on the fast break. Dunks, alley-oops, run the lanes at every opportunity, and it's wearing the defense down.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
The thing I like is their aggressive approach and getting to the line. You know, when things seem to stagnate on offense, it's sometimes a matter of forcing your will. This team can generate a lot of points and also dictate the pace of the game if they play with that aggressiveness.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from George.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been long finishes through 2 quarters.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. He feeds it to Millsap. Over Morris. Millsap misses. And Los Angeles guys shooting straight 49% from the field. And George gets it to go.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Now, here's Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 2 as they get the bucket from Nikola Jokic. On offense, here are the Clippers. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. The 3 from George. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Craig for the tie. IT that time from Leonard.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender in rebounding.
So he gets them both. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Look at the Clippers. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference. And, of course, Denver, right behind them, just one spot down.
And I think for Denver, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat. Great chemistry, great coaching, and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Right. They knew teams would be gunning for them night in and night out. That's only fueled their commitment to putting a great product on the floor.
Here's Murray. Paul George making his last shot. Over Beverly. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
First free throw is good. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
And so he hits both.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Passes it to Zubac. To the middle. Here's George. Again, Los Angeles.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Now Murray. 5 points in the game. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by George.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Porter. And that one's drained from the low block. Porter's got his first basket of the night.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Leonard with the bucket.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Murray against Beverly. Porter in the corner. Pass to Jokic. Fader on the way. It's hauled in by the Clippers. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. With the floater. Rebound by Murray. Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Craig. Offensive rebound. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. Millsap kicks to Porter. Clock at 6. Murray against Leonard.
Locked down. Leonard, a smothering force on the defensive end.
Can't hit the step-back jump shot. The feed to George. And it's George finishing it off.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Murray against Beverly. Inside, Jokic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And he's got his first free throw of the game. Free throw, good. Jokic. A different look for Denver. Plumlee comes in for Paul Millsap. And Daniels subbed in for Torrey Craig. And Jokic drops them both.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. And Leonard gets it to go. And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. 9-point game. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Pulls it up. Second chance effort. The shot's good from Plumlee. Plumlee's got his first points of the night.
And the D getting out work there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now here's Leonard. 18 points for him. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Here's Jokic after the Clippers pick up 2. Three-pointer, Daniels knocks down the 3-ball. Daniels has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
George passes to Zubac. Leonard looking over the floor. And George with the stuff.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
Now the pass to Daniels. Beverly against Murray. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Beverly finds George. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the way in. George has got 12 points in just the second half. Murray against Beverly. Here's Porter. They get it back. And Jokic throws it down hard.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Now, here's Zubac. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Outside, George to the inside. Zubac in the post. He's against Jokic. No good from Zubac.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Pass to Beverly, to the middle. And the dunk by Zubac.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Denver with the ball. After the basket by Los Angeles. Back to Porter. Denver passing it around. Three-pointer, Daniels. He doesn't hit that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
You have to give it up for Kawhi right now. He is wearing out the defense.
Zubac against Jokic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
And the first one drops. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
He kicks it to Leonard. On the wing, George. He's covered by Daniels. He gets it in there. 32 points for Paul George.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Shamit's checked in. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball. Very sparing with his turnovers.
And we get a moment to check out the team scoring leaders for the Clippers.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
On defense, the Clippers, they lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Here's Murray. Offensive rebound, Plumlee, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Plumlee's got his second bucket tonight. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
The 7-foot wingspan of Reggie Jackson makes him a bigger player inside, helps him draw fouls.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Murray with it. He has 5. Pass to Plumlee. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
The Nuggets trail by 11. Murray outside. There's the lob to the hoop, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
No, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now, here's George. 32 points in the game. The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good for Paul George.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
1:58 left to play in the third. Here's Murray. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Side George. Los Angeles with another miss. The Nuggets trail by 11. Murray right side. And there's the pass to Plumlee. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Zubac finds George. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives them an edge against physical defense, potential and one.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. A different look for Denver. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And Morris subbed in for Troy Daniels. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. That one falls for Jackson. The Nuggets trail by 12. Morris outside. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Jokic draws the double. From down in the low post, it goes. Jokic has got 13 points now in the quarter.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Here's Leonard. And the shot is long. Denver's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Morris with the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Jackson against Morris. Here's Leonard. And it's Denver with the rebound. There's 18 seconds left in the third. Murray finds Morris. to the paint, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a deep three from George, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. We come back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Clippers leading by 8. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Andrew Shamet is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Williams. Then it's Jermichael Green. And it's Jackson in at the point.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Murray outside. Pass to Millsap. Over Williams. Millsap misses. And Los Angeles guys shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Here's Leonard. Makes it off the glass. Leonard's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Los Angeles.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Shoots from 12. No good off the back of the rim. And here is Los Angeles now. Shamet on the wing. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Shamet's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
A three from Morris. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Here's Leonard. And Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Here's Craig, guarded by Green. Craig passes to Jokic. Knocked away. That shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. And it's in there. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You can see the work Kawhi has put into his ball handling. Gets separation almost any time he wants.
Passes to Jokic. Murray outside. Back to Jokic. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Jokic has got 32 points.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Leonard, no luck. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 9 points. Inside, and Jokic slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. Now here's Jackson. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot, down low. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Bol, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Morris is checked in for Reggie Jackson. Pass to Craig. And we're We're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Clippers leading by 7. Here's Shamet. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Morris kicks to Jokic. Back to Morris. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
The reason why is not just scoring. It's the way he's doing it. Efficient. That's what you need at this point in the game.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Lets it go from 14. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Lou Williams. And he knocks down the first one. Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And Morris drops them both. Clippers leading by 7. Now here's Beverly in the corner. Shamet with it. Nice open look, but it's no good. Here's Craig. He's covered by Shamet. Here's the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Shamet. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 36.
Rising to the occasion. He found a way to get himself open and get his shot.
Working the mid-range, but you would think the defense would be keying on him.
And it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Morris against Beverly. 6 to shoot. They double him with Jokic. Pass to Shamet. From downtown. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8-night shooting.
He's unguardable. Nobody been able to contain him here in the fourth quarter. Now 4 of 5 from the field. And he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And Beverly kicks to Shamet. Releases from 15. Morris with the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 8.
This is where Morris can kill you. He's pretty much claimed that in-between game.
Outside Porter. Back to Morris. Poked away. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard got the ball.
Always applying the pressure. Beverly loves to attack you defensively and in transition.
Morris against Beverly. On the wing, Morris. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, a lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Yeah, Kevin, I haven't, but I've bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that are going into shoes right now.
The first one falls. Second free throw, no good. Los Angeles leading by 9. Inside. And that one's good. Beverly.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. It's Jokic, top of the key. 6 on the shot clock. Millsap trying to get open. Drops in the layup for 2. Jokic has got 40 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And the Clippers call time here. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. We may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
And here is Los Angeles now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Zubac's in the post. Jokic defending. Passes it to Beverly. 6 to shoot. On the wing, George. Porter pulls it in.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
The dish to Millsap. Shoots over Leonard. The offensive rebound. Jokic laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jokic has got 42 in the game.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Pass to Leonard. Tipped away. The Nuggets trail by 7. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's Beverly. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Morris. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Paul George really making a difference here.
This guy is killing you, and so far I haven't seen a good adjustment defensively.
Morris against Beverly. Morris dishes to Millsap. Good work defensively by Morris.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Millsap against Morris. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Millsap misses.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Offensive rebound, got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. That's going to send Ivica Zubac to the line. It's going to be on Jokic. Well, Ivica Zubac may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
The free throw drops for Zubac. The Nuggets trail by 14. Morris outside. Porter in the corner. Back to Morris. Shot clock at 5. Over Beverly. Morris, no good. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 16-7 run. George with the bounce pass. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. 28 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Right there, that is poise of Kawhi Leonard, just taking what the defense gives him.
The pass to Jokic. From 12 feet out. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 8 rebounds in this game. Beverly against Morris. To the paint. Morris with the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 18.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They trail by 18. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Morris. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Outside Millsap. Pass to Craig. Leonard with the steal. Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education. I love that type of compensation.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
The NBA champion, Finals MVP, Kawhi has done a lot in a short time.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And good on the second, so he makes them both. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Clippers.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win. And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for George.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
It's tipped. Here's Leonard. And at last, they get one to fall. Leonard's got 32 points. They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin. On this trip, they can't continue to come up empty.
Daniels passes to Plumlee. The rebound by Noah. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Man, he's covered by Daniels. So the Clippers winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean,
okay, guys, thank you so much.
Performance.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
And now let's catch up with David.